quiet waterways which flow to the sea along this coastline were once the M25 of their day.
And this would have been the lorry of its time. Barges like this would have sailed up and down this stretch of river, taking goods to the capital. But when the factories closed down and the workers moved out, the artists moved in. I'm going to be meeting musicians and painters, finding inspiration here.
The Suffolk coastline reveals some glorious stretches of unspoilt heathland and marsh. And the reed banks here on the River Alder are a haven for all kinds of interesting bird life. But occasionally, an even more striking shape can be spotted gliding through the reeds.
Thames sailing barges were once a common sight along these waters as they ferried cargo down to London. I'm going to catch a lift on this one to find out just what they would have carried.
The Signet is the oldest working Thames sailing barge in the UK. It's a wet old day, but skipper Des Kalishevsky is letting me lend a hand.
What's this called, the halyard?
Yes, which will pull it up. It's fairly easy, just hand over hand.
How's that?
That's it.
Yeah, yeah. Ta-da! Off we go. So, Des, what sort of thing would these boats have been used for?
Well, this particular one belonged to a farmer, and it was taking his wheat to the flour mills and barley to the maltings.
Is that what we can see over there, that building?
That's right, that's Snape Maltings.
Ah. Were these the ideal vessels for the sort of waters that we're in?
Well, they were. Flat-bottomed, shallow draft, so they could sit on the mud and get up these narrow rivers and creeks.
Yeah.
And sail just by 2 men.
Here we go, then.
100 years ago, barges like this would have been queuing up at high tide to get to the maltings here at Snape. And that's right where I'm heading.
Des, what an elegant way to travel. Thank you so much. That was really good. Thank you. Time to explore.
Snape was once the largest maltings in the UK, employing nearly 100 workers. Barley was germinated and kiln-dried on huge drying floors like this to produce malt, which was then turned into beer, whiskey and malt vinegar. Production finally ceased here in the mid-60s. For 83-year-old Pat Lord, who was evacuated to Snape during the war, the memories are still fresh.
Hi, Pat.
Hi.
Look at these photos. What are these?
I'm just admiring them. There's the Maltings, look them.
And here's you.
There's me. I was 10, my brother was 7. Eventually, when we got to know some people here and the night watchman, we were allowed to go around with him at night to stoke the fires up for the, heating the floors for the barley and everything. And
A bit of a playground for you.
yes, definitely.
So what was it like inside when you were allowed in?
Very steamy, and you've got all the floors laid out with malt. If we were lucky, we got a little tin of barley, and we could go round to the engine room, you see, and they'd roast it for us, and then it was like chewing toffee. Oh, it was great. It's really exciting, that was. It was, I don't know, there's just something about this place that just gets you. It's very much part of my life, and I love every stick and stone of it.
Well, Pat's not the only one still enamoured with these old buildings.
Malt hasn't been produced here for nearly 50 years, but the malt houses here at Snape are now thriving in a completely different way. And the clue to why can often be heard coming out of those old bluffs up there.
Once production had ceased here, the renowned composer Benjamin Britten, who lived locally, suggested one of the huge malt houses be converted into a concert hall. It was opened in 1967 and is now at the heart of an internationally recognised centre for music.
These bricks that were once heated by kilns now contribute to the great acoustics that help make this place so popular with musicians.
Benjamin Britten's legacy continues with new generations of experimental composers, such as the Oldborough Young Musicians.
Apparently, students here often take their lead from the landscape. Things like the sound of the wind blowing through the reeds is a common source of inspiration for these young composers.
And now it's not just musicians benefiting from this stimulating location. The family-run Maltings complex also houses shops, workshops and local art. These dramatic oil paintings are inspired by the landscape surrounding the site. And with the reed beds now bathed in sunshine, I'm seeking out the woman behind those works, artist Emma Green.
Hi, Emma.
Hi, Ellie.
Busy. What a lovely spot. Now this, I'm guessing, is for me.
That's for you.
I'm a bit scared. OK, let's take my coat off.
Don't be intimidated by the blank canvas.
There's a very big blank canvas there.
So we're going to put the horizon line in quite low.
Yeah.
Round about here. That's going to be the base of that reed bed
Oh,
there.
I see, the shadowy bit.
Yes. Go for it.
You see, in my mind, I'm Monet. So long as I don't paint, I will always be Monet. But now I'm having this whole illusion ruined. Does having these big, wide, open skies help?
It's distinctive because it's so flat. So the skies really take full reign. It's always changing, but so's the landscape below it, especially here, it's tidal. So in certain weathers, it's hard to tell where the land ends and the sky begins sometimes.
Stop. Honestly.
Just cover it, Ellie, and then we'll put...
We'll just
yeah.
deal with it after.
Yeah.
If it was up to me doing the sky, it would just be big yellow sun in the corner, big blue sky.
Well, Suffolk has inspired some famous landscape artists over the years. I'm not sure I'm quite up there with Gainsborough or Constable, but it's a start.
What do you think there, Emma?
I think you've done incredibly well, but you've got some of the feel of this watery, fluid landscape. The sky's been incredible today. Every time you looked at it, it's been different. So I think you've coped with that really well.